Hi everyone, I thought we'd do something different today. I've introduced you to the dogs before, Badger, Rex, Freya and Kira. Well, these first few photos are of them. And I thought you might be wondering why I have 4 dogs, and if I was mad, which I might actually be a bit mad, and do they just laze about all day on the garden doing nothing? Well, mostly in the summer they do, but in the winter they work hard. We do a lot of sport, and I thought you might like to see the dog sport that we do. This photo that you're just looking at with one of my old dogs on it, and this one is Freya. And then the next photograph is of us on holiday. And then we go on to the reason for this video. We do a lot of sport, bike joring, canicross, swimming with my dogs, agility. So all these photos are over the years of me doing different things with the dogs. We do races, we do quite well. We don't always win, in fact we don't win very often, but we're always up there at the top. We get plenty of rosettes, and we go away for the weekend in the snow. This was the next photo. Look, if you can see behind, there's tons of mud, and I'm in a very padded jacket because it was freezing. This one, it was very cold as well. We're all trying to look as though we're warm. The dogs love it, and we do quite a few weekends, like I said. This one's Freya, the first time out doing bike joring. It does get a bit cold and a bit wet. We have water crossings, if you can see with these, and sometimes we fall off in the water, so it gets interesting. Some days it's quite nice, we have some sun, but English weather, what can you expect? I think there's frost on the ground there on this one. We have snow, we have all sorts, but occasionally we're in t-shirts. I think this is the end of the year. I got 3rd overall that year in the series. This last winter I got 2nd overall in the series. Now this is a bit different. This is canicross, and this is the start of a race with me and my friend, and we did quite well. We got first canicrosser. This is Badger with his friend Bryn with his medal for doing the 5k, and this is me getting my first place trophy. So we was quite happy about it. We did quite well. There's the trophy again. The next slide is Kira doing canicross, and if you look at my face, that hill was hard work. So and this is Freya, first time out that she did canicross. It's not a very good photo, somebody snapped it of me as we went past. Now this is Badger. Badger doesn't do agility now because he got an injury. A horse kicked him, and so he's not done agility for about 2 years now, because he doesn't like to weave anymore. The horse kicked him in his shoulder, so he's perfectly fine. He runs perfectly fine, but he just don't want to weave. And if you wanted to know what weaving is, this is the next photograph, Badger weaving. We also do swimming. We go open water swimming with Badger. In fact, they all like to swim, but Badger and Rex in particular, can't say that right, love to swim. So that's me and Badger open water swimming. Now the next bit you might be interested in, this is a rig, and I have all the 4 dogs on the front on the rig. We don't race the rig because I need a more matched pair or team of 4, and the collies are not as fast as the pointers. On this photo, Freya is at the front, but we've had to swap it to her at the back because she's too fast and she just drags the others along. I have the collies on the front and the pointers on the back, but it's a bit awkward because the collies run out of steam after a bit at this speed, and the young one, Freya, will jump the lines and try and make them run faster and try and get at the front. So this is why I don't race. The dogs get quite a turn of speed, all four of them together, going down a straight track. Now this is the start of a race. There is quite a few in front of me, so there is a little bit of a wait, but I tried to cut it down a bit. The dogs get very excited because they know what's happening. Can't talk straight this morning. If you think I look rather fat in my outfit, it's because I've got body armour on, and it's quite chunky, especially on the elbows. And if you can see, especially Badger gets very excited. In fact, recently you can't hardly hold him. He is so excited when he knows we're coming up to the start. They go absolutely ballistic and don't stop barking. We're just about to get the count to start, and Badger knows the numbers. If you watch, he gets louder, more excited, especially when they start counting just before we start. He really gets excited.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
I've cut some of the footage down for you because I thought it might be a bit boring just watching us go around the full race. But you'll see us passing different people. Sometimes it's a bit difficult because the tracks are a bit tight, because you try to keep to the warm bit, otherwise it's harder work for the dogs and for me. And trying to pass on a hill with two dogs and no neckline on. The neckline is where I attach a short piece of line to the collars to keep them together, but on the start it's got that difficult, they keep getting tangled. So they're used to running in training without a neckline on, so we had to take it off. And so when you come to passing on narrow tracks, one dog will want to go one side and another dog will want to go the other side. They do know the left and the rights, but sometimes they just don't listen to you, especially if they're getting excited. But they do know when to turn, and if you say left, for them to move over, so they'll pass on the left side. They will do. Well, most of the time. We do have problems occasionally. But this was this track that we're on. It was changed because we were supposed to go through the woods, and it was that muddy and boggy that they changed it at the last minute. So it made it a lot shorter race, but it was up and down hills across this very bumpy ground. But we had a little accident, but it wasn't me or the dogs, it was the camera. So here it comes, the camera comes off and lays there on the ground, and you get pictures of everybody else going over the top of it. And then the next race, which was a Canicross race, them going over the top. And then I spent quite a while walking the course trying to find my camera. I found it in the end. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed something different to Tina's garden. And now you know what we do in the winter.